Today I am doing a task that I've very much so been not looking forward to, but yesterday Joe and I came out here and we went into the big coop here and cleaned it out, did a spring clean of it, got everything, took out all the winter equipment, all the heaters, the water heaters, all that stuff. Everything's out and sprayed off, cleaned off, put away. So it's barren right now. We opened the windows out of it, let it air out. It's so much better in there after a long winter. Took all of the hay, or all the straw that was in the coop. So this is just full of fertilizer. We're putting it down on the garden. As you can see, the girls are doing a lot of the hard work for us. We just put them in piles here, and the girls have been kind of spreading it out. I'm gonna take the pitchfork and kind of thin out some of these bigger piles just to make it easier for the chickens to do the hard work for me. And lots of updates going on. I have to clean this up just a little bit. You can see we have a lot of equipment and stuff. All of our straw is out right now because we had a ton of mice living in it. And when I say a ton of mice, I mean I think we got like 40 or 50 mice out of the coop yesterday. So we pulled all the straw out, just make sure that we got everything, left it all out overnight. I'm gonna take all that and put it back in the coop now that we know it's empty. And there's no mice living in it. I don't want to take mice and put them back in the coop. So I'm gonna put all that straw away, finish cleaning some things up. And we also had the kids run around the property and pick up all the trash. And we have a big trash bin, or like a big trash can in there that Joe is gonna take and get to the dumpster for me. It's too heavy for me to lift. So lots of cleaning up to do here today. But the cool part is my brother-in-law's coming with his tractor to till this up for us, so we don't have to do it with our push tiller that we use for like in between the rows and stuff. And we're expanding this year, and this whole space that you see behind me is going to be an extended garden, and we're beyond excited about it. I'm gonna have a lot more room for squash and a lot more room for a big pickle patch and things that I'm really excited to get in the garden. So we're gonna start by doing the most important thing, I think, which is spreading out some of these straw bales so the girls can do the hard work for me. And then just to make sure I get absolutely everything out of this straw, because we did drop a box of nails over the winter in the coop. So, and they were the same color as the straw. They were impossible to find, impossible. So once this is all spread out really evenly, we have like a little magnetic pusher. I'll show you guys, but I'm gonna run that over the garden and make sure we get all the nails that are up and everything. So when my brother-in-law comes with a tractor, there's no nails in here anymore. They're not nails, they're screws, I should say. But we gotta get this going, so that's what I'm gonna do this morning. Baby's out here with me. One kid is on the bus. My kindergartner is still home until this afternoon, and obviously my toddler is home with me. So my middle two are running around the yard. Baby's sitting here with me, and we're gonna hurry up and try to get this done in a quick fashion. It's really early this morning. It's 8:30. It's 55 degrees right now. I am still in my sweats, and I want to get this done before I get ready for the day, because if I'm going to be dealing with all this nasty stuff, I don't want to be ready for the day and then come out here and do this. So I'm going to get ready later, but I want to get this done before the heat of the day. So lots of projects to finish that we started yesterday, so let's go. Task for the day is done with spraying that hay out, and it didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would, so that makes me happy. I'm gonna move to moving these straw bales back into the storage part of our coop here and get that done. I have some wood planks that I want to move back into the wood pile because I was fixing the fence yesterday while Joe was cleaning out the coop. Because over the winter some of the fencing came down with just like the heavy snowfall and the snow drifts we get where we live. So I was fixing fencing. I pulled out some extra posts I didn't need and some old T-posts and things like that to help strengthen the chicken run back up so we can close them in for the summer once the garden goes in this weekend. So I have to finish cleaning up the mess that I didn't have time to clean up yesterday, and then I think we will be pretty well set, minus looking for the screws. But I'm gonna wait until the chickens spread all that stuff out. I'll probably do that later tonight. So I guess let's just keep going. What are you doing in there? Do you think you're hiding in there? That's not a place you can make a nest, girl. I'm taking all these. You're gonna have to find somewhere else to sit, babe. I'm sorry, but you can't sit there. I'm sorry. It is so much easier to move these this time. When we put all these in here, it was actually the day before my due date, and I was dying. But I really wanted to help get the baby out, so I was helping move these straw bales. So much easier a couple months later. I also didn't get any mice surprises while I was moving the bales, which I was kind of concerned. So that's good. I'm pretty sure we got all the mice out, which is great. Chickens are really unhappy with us because we went in there and checked the eggs that they were sitting on, and none of them were fertilized. It's the first time we've ever had that happen, where literally none of the eggs were good. So we took all the rotten eggs just to prevent any like predators coming in, because you'll get raccoons and minks and stuff that'll come in because they can smell the eggs that are rotten that the chickens are sitting on, and you can have issues. So we wanted to get ahead of that, so we went out last night and flashlighted all of the eggs they were sitting on, and we ended up taking them, so they're really upset with us. So the very last thing I have to do is move all the posts, and I also have some tomato cages that I'm not using this year. We're gonna do a trellis system. We're gonna use cattle panels if we can find them. I'm really excited about that. Joe has a good idea. He's gonna help me set those up once we get the tomatoes in this weekend. So right from coming in from outside, obviously I changed, and I knew I had, I think, 2 baskets of laundry this day that I really wanted to fold and get put away and just get completely done with. My household chores during the week aren't so bad because every Friday I deep clean my house, so like all my bathrooms get scrubbed, all the bedrooms are cleaned, all of that stuff. So during the week I really just try to maintain, so it really doesn't take me too long during the week to just keep up on the house and just maintain it, which is something that I really like. So I just went ahead and put my son's stuff away right away and just wanted to get it done with, and I only had like 1 or 2 other chores that I wanted to get done this day, so just getting everything done as early as I can in the day is usually how I always try to do. I do my best to try to get all of my house chores done in the morning, just because by the time my kindergarten gets on the bus for afternoon kindergarten, I want to be done. That way my son and me can just hang out, we can just play, because he gets really bored with all of his sisters, or all of his older sisters gone, and the baby isn't quite big enough to really play with him yet. So I just try to be available for him to hang out, and that way we can do fun things as well. I am on my own tonight. Joe has a like committee meeting after work, so he's not gonna be home until after all the kids are in bed. So I want something easy and that my kids are gonna eat and not argue with me to eat, because sometimes when you're alone, you don't wanna have to deal with the arguing. So we're gonna do sloppy joes. Got some meat out of the freezer. That's why I love keeping just a couple cans of like sloppy joe sauce on the pantry shelf, especially in the summertime. Super easy. So this is what we're gonna do tonight. I'm gonna let my crock pot do the work for me. So all I'm gonna do is throw my frozen meat right into my crock pot, turn it on low for like 8 hours, and just let it go all day. After I got dinner in the crock pot, I had Joe's fish that he really wanted to hang up. This just came in over the weekend and he was super excited about it, so I hung that up for him right away. And then the very last like daily chore that I wanted to get done was unload the dishwasher and reload our breakfast dishes in it. Typically I do this right after breakfast, but I wanted to get outside and do all of our outside chores this morning before it got super hot, like we mentioned earlier. So this kind of got pushed back, and we're just getting it done now. And then that was all she wrote. We took a break for a little bit, got my daughter on the bus, ate lunch, and then once the baby went down for a nap, Colt and I came back outside to finish off the garden. Okay, so here is my little metal pusher. So this is really simple. All you have to do is kind of run this along here, and anything that's metal will magnetize to the little strip here, and then you just pick it off and you're good to go. So it's not as spread out as I would like it to be, but I'm gonna go ahead and do a first pass on it. I'm also gonna go ahead and pick out like any straps or strips that maybe fell out of like feed bags or something that's stuck in here, and just start cleaning this up a little bit and getting it ready to go. I just finished with the like metal detector thing, the metal magnet, I'm not really sure what to call it, but this is our pile of stuff it pulled out of here. Tons of these screws that we dropped, lots of things. So I'm gonna take these and get rid of those. And then because I was out here digging around, some of the chickens came over and they're gonna keep spreading this out for me. So just periodically, as things kind of get turned about and whatnot, I'm just gonna leave this down by the garden for right now with the manure fork, and I'll help them turn it, they'll help me turn it, and then I'll come through here and keep looking for screws just to make sure that we have absolutely everything before we run a tractor over it to till it up. So I'm just gonna keep checking, make sure that we have every last piece of screw, because if I don't feel comfortable running my equipment over it, I wouldn't expect somebody else to run theirs over it. So I'm just gonna do my absolute best to make sure that we get absolutely everything and it's good to go, and hopefully these guys will help me with that. So I had to run to Aldi just for a couple little things for Memorial Day weekend. Today is Tuesday, but I needed to get up there before all the shackers get in town, which usually happens Thursday or Friday, because then the stores can be packed and the prices actually go up when the shackers come to town. Shackers are just the people from the big cities. We live reasonably close to a couple big cities like Milwaukee or Chicago, where people will own cabins up here where we live, and Memorial Day weekend is one of those weekends everybody comes up and our small towns just explode with people, and I don't want to have to go to the store with all the people if I don't have to. Plus all of our like small town stores, they jack their prices up a ton to make as much money as they can throughout the weekend. So I wanted to go before all those things happened. So I got some rigatoni pasta. This is actually for dinner tonight. I'm gonna make obviously a pasta dish for dinner. I usually make my own pasta, but I was there and it was 99 cents, so we got it. This is stuff that I am using for a pasta salad for the weekend. I'm holding baby, so we're gonna one-hand this grocery haul, but I got some penne pasta. I went in there for like the tri-colored noodles. Aldi didn't have them, which was actually really shocking to me because they always carry them in the summer. Italian dressing, obviously tomatoes, and some mozzarella cheese, and then I'm gonna throw in some of that ham that we prepped in a video together a couple weeks ago, and I'm gonna throw that in this pasta salad, and that's what I'm gonna bring up north every Memorial Day weekend. We do a day trip somewhere within the weekend, and we go up to my husband's hometown. He's from the UP, so we go up there with all of his family and stuff, and it's a fun day trip. And so obviously we barbecue, we cook out, we enjoy the day. So I'm gonna bring some pasta salad. I'm gonna bake something too, I'm just not sure what it is yet. I actually got 2 things of blueberries. Colt is munching on one now. I wanted just some easy, fun, special treats, and these brats are a fun special treat. So I got the cheddar jalapeno one. Joe and I love those, they're really good. And then I got some plain cheddar brats for the kids, and this will be able to grill all at once and eat these throughout the weekend because we're gonna be in and out all weekend. It's a really fun weekend at our house. We are going to a car show. We're gonna hit up some parks. Like I said, we're doing that day trip. So it's gonna be a fun filled weekend. Plus we're putting the garden in this weekend. So lots of fun things happening. Just wanted something easy. I got this trail mix for my husband at the beginning of the month and he loved it. So I got him another one because he ate it all really quickly. I got stuff for s'mores, so I did get marshmallows. And then I also got some more chocolate bars. I still have graham crackers. My husband asked me to pick up these egg noodles because he has a casserole he wants to make. So he said he needed these. Lots of ice cream bars going down this weekend. I'm going to hide these so my kids kind of forget about them, hopefully, if that can happen. My 3-year-old picked these, so he picked out like some chocolate ice cream bars. He picked up some bomb pops, which ooh, bless you, were a fantastic choice. And then he also picked up these strawberry crunch bars. And these are a treat in our house. But we picked up a lot because it's supposed to be a fun weekend. It's supposed to be hot, especially if the kids are gonna help put in the garden. They, I think, earn some fun, cool treats. And then I picked up some Caesar salads. I picked up 2. I wanna have 1 for dinner tonight for a side with our pasta dish, and then 1 just to have throughout the weekend. And we really needed a gallon of milk. This whole haul came to, I think, like $53. Not too shabby. Got some easy, fun weekend things, stuff for the pasta salad, and I was in and out really quick, and it always feels like I get absolutely nothing when I'm not doing my once a month grocery hauls because my cart seems so empty. But fun things happening this weekend, lots of treats going down this weekend, and the kids are gonna have a lot of fun.